Alright, so some of the things that have been modified on this Ducati Monster 1200S. I have a 2014. This whole deal. Love this bike. I've been riding it non-stop since I got it last year and just can't get enough. Low mileage still, and that's why I got it. So anyways, a lot of the previous owners' hard work shows today because it's got a lot of extra parts. Pretty much modified everything. Got the gold on every single component, which has been an incredible thing not to have to do, including
the entire Terminioni exhaust system.
A couple things that I've done to the bike are I added 12 volt power coming out for my Goal Zero system, which is right here. It goes straight into here. I have a Sherpa 100 rocking in here. Now, one of the other things I added is I went in, spliced some cablage, and added cell phone charging with a little cell phone mount. So I have navigation, and then obviously also have GoPro mount. And that's actually going to be for my 360 rides that I'm going to post to YouTube as well. I got the book Great American Motorcycle Tours, which is an amazing book. It gives you some really cool routes around the US that you can ride. And I've incorporated a lot of those rides into my ride. This is the rig. I have the Hepco and Becker, I think it's the C mount system, C-bow, I think is what it is. And that is all connected directly into my subframe through these two bolts that have a few metal risers and additional things in here that I installed. And let me just unlock this. Okay, so what I did was essentially just added these, and you can see they're on the two bolts, and it goes directly to my frame, which can support the entire weight of another person, so I don't know, 200 pounds or more without fail. So this whole system, including my roto packs for my additional fuel and water, 1 gallon of fuel, 1 gallon of water. I think I'm going to need that when I get out west. The water I'll need every day, but the fuel I will actually only need, I think, once I get out west. I can typically make it about 140, 150 miles on this tank, which is pretty good, usually averaging, with all this gear on the back during my test rides, averaging about 46 miles to the gallon. I've been doing a lot of test camping, going different places with and without friends. So a whole bunch of this stuff, plus another person on this bike, which was actually, it worked really well. So anyways, like I was saying, what I've added here, and I'll show you guys really quickly, is this 12 volt cigarette lighter. I didn't want to splice directly into my electronics on this particular thing because there's a lot of things that still run on cigarette lighters. So I knew that would be the most modular version. I would have, in other cases, like my cell phone charger, I actually added under here, which is one of the side covers, my fuse box is underneath this. I spliced a whole bunch of wiring, tapped it into battery power, 12 volt coming off the ignition, and have added cell phone charging plus additional USB outlets for any other USB device. All I have to do is remove this cover and I can tap into that and add additional USB charging. Right now I just have a cell phone. You can see my wiring right here. Didn't hide it because I hid it as much as possible, but I didn't take every single item off this bike. I only took the basic covers because I didn't want to spend days doing this, because it probably would have taken me that long. The additional things that I've also added are a tank bag, obviously, the Hepco-Becker SIBO system, plus the Hepco-Becker tail system, which has a Rotopax, and my Rotopacks are a 1 gallon gas tank plus a 1 gallon water, which are right here. And I added these little shiny reflective stickers for safety when riding at night. They're super reflective, not a great job on it. I just used some super glue, probably not the best thing to use, but whatever. And I have the Kriega bag system. I have the 70 liter system. Yeah, it's pretty thick, so it's a 30 plus 220s, and one of which is not full of my clothing right now, so I've got extra space in this one. I have a Kelty, gets a 9-foot by 9-foot tarp that will cover the bike in bad weather, because I don't want everything getting wet. The bike can handle it, completely water resistant and mostly proof, but I'd prefer to just keep everything on the bike as much as possible and build out my daily builds just literally without taking stuff off. So that's why I have a tarp. The tarp, actually, I'm waiting on Amazon to deliver a few more items, but they have delivered almost everything that I have here, and Revzilla's been huge. Got a bunch of stuff from those guys. And Hepco-Becker, pretty badass system. All modular, all super light, waterproof, and pretty stellar for what I need. Soft too, which is not ideal for this kind of trip, because obviously security being a factor, but I have locks for everything. Somebody would have to be really motivated in order to get into it, cut through it. It's locked to the bike. The Kriega system, obviously you can just kind of walk away with that or cut into it, but anything and everything that's in there is not worth really the time and effort and going to jail for. I hope that people don't really mess with it. I'm gonna pack all this back up, which is actually very quick because of how modular it is, and be ready to hit the road. So the nice thing about being freelance in the film and television industry is I can travel when I want, and this is when I want. So come right along with me. Hope you enjoy the channel.